Hello everybody and welcome to CCA League on Sunday night. I am DRF joined by Mizuno and we have a fantastic matchup that we're going to be heading right into momentarily between esports at UC Davis's Banana Split taking on the Husky Splatsville Knights out of the University of Washington.
And man, DRF, this Div 1 matchup is going to be insane. I am so excited for all of this action to come in.
Absolutely. I am looking forward to this one as well, as these are two teams that we've gotten to, learn more about recently, particularly Banana Split. They've been a very interesting team to keep up with recently. As we dive right into game number one here, this will be... Whoops, there we go. Switching over real quick. This will be Clam Blitz on Museum de Alfonsino. Mizuno, take a look at these comps.
I really like the aggressive comp that EaUCD Banana Split is running here with that Reef Slider, a Tetras with the Crab Tank. And then, of course, the Husky Splatsville Knights in the orange here. We see good old Ollie on the bamboo, as per usual, getting 2 clean kills right off the bat to start this match.
Absolutely, as they are, a lot of just kind of back and forth mid control right now going on, as those Tetras will be going down, continuing to just, trade pick for pick here. It does seem like that UC Davis with the slight advantage, as that bamboo is going to get another pick there. I just realized we had this bamboo duel. I mean, Ollie's got to, kind of live up to their whole brand here now.
Yeah, you see Banana Split in the purple right now, though, taking advantage of that Crab Tank, making tons of space and tons of room, and making the first pop. Oh, but unfortunately, it looks like we have a DC on the field on the side of EaUCD Banana Split. Goodness, Nintendo is not with us today. So both of the teams have halted the match clearly, and we should be good for a replay at this point in time.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and get that sorted out real quick. Let's see. So we're going to go ahead and take a quick second to get everyone back in. So we will be right back in just a moment.
I guess I expected Tetris.
All right. So we quickly resolved that issue, and we are back, folks. Taking a look at these comps once again, we are ready to go, and we have a little bit of an extra bit here for you all, as you will be able to keep track of the map in the bottom left corner of today's stream. Taking a look at these comps once again, that bamboo duel coming back, as we do see an early duel here underneath the plat of the Husky Splatsville Knights. They're going to go ahead and win that one out, and once again, we're going to just pick up right where we left off with this being a very scrappy opening.
Right, exactly.
Got one.
And with this start on hand here, we see EaUCD Banana Split here taking that top
Nice.
spinner
Nice.
area, which is crucial for
bamboo.
making space and
There's a
creating
jump.
open opportunities
popping crab,
here.
cracking.
Oh my
But
gosh.
it seems like
Behind you
that
guys.
play is going to
Behind you.
falter
Nice.
as we see the Kraken come out and get a really nice pick here and getting yet another,
These guys.
creating a bunch of space as we are in a 3-down situation.
They're on flat.
Absolutely.
Wailing.
It's the Husky Splatsville Knights out of the University of
One's moving
Washington
in right,
that are going to be making
Dead.
a play here, trying to get up to
Another
that
one's moving in right.
basket. They're
Tetris.
very eager to get the first points of this game, as we've seen all week long that this has been one of the biggest stalling map mode combos of this week's map list. So, so far what we've typically seen is the first team that scores tends to really come out on top.
Agreed. And then the rest from that game, whoever makes that first score will just be able to stall from there. And there it is, folks. That first push is going to go to Banana Split. However, there's no one else nearby to follow up with the clams, as Wicket utilizes what? Oh my God, what are those things called? I've already forgot what they're called. I was about to say stingray. I was like, wait a minute, that's not right. That's some terrible nonsense.
You know, it's basically a stingray.
It's like a stingray.
So, well, we do have another one of those ready here. You know, I'm still kind of like tripping out at this double bamboo, because we hardly ever get one bamboo. So to actually get two bamboos in the same game, that's actually pretty cool.
Right, exactly. Ollie making good use of the space that the Booyah provided here and getting a really nice pick on the side of Banana Split. This may be their opening that they need to move back into mid and gain back some ground that they had lost on that first push.
Certainly, and they're doing a great job here. I mean, they had a fantastic closeout there to just shut out Banana Split, push them back into their plat. They don't have quite the clam economy to be making their move yet, but they are slowly working their way forward as they do get the double there. That's going to be Abby going down as well as the bamboo player. So this will be the Huskies that get their first push. They're going to be able to follow up though. It looks like Abby's going to be able to shut this one down, but they do get the extra power clam in as well. Ollie somehow able to walk across the grates, and Ollie is setting up camp at the top. And this is going to be a huge push for the Huskies.
This is a very dangerous situation, and what a great play for the Huskies to pull off, utilizing the Kraken and swimming right up to build up the ball by following the Kraken. What a fantastic play and team coordination there. Those comms must have been insane.
They certainly must have, as now with a minute and a half to play, Banana Split very eager to try to get another push off. They're going to find themselves in a trade here, though, as actually that's going to be the Hydrant that gets that pick, but Banana Split will pick up a slight favor in numbers, but no, it's Ollie once again coming up big.
Great moves and great plays, and with just Abby left alive, wisely jumping back and preserving the ball for future pushes. That was a really good play by Abby and great decision making overall, despite the situation they were in.
1 minute to go, as now Banana Split slowly starting to run out of time. As we've talked about, this is a very low scoring map mode combo, so 39 remaining tends to be a winning number many times, as now it's going to be up to Banana Split to make something happen here. The Inkjet trying to shoot her blind here, able to help pick one off, and this is going to be a 3-down situation. This is now the chance for Banana Split to start moving up. One power clam though falls off the ledge. They have to toss it back up. Nexus with a huge crack in here to try to slow things down. The second power clam is good. They only need 4 more clams to get the lead. There's the power clam. They do sink it in, and that's going to be the lead for Banana Split with 15 seconds to play.
What incredible plays by Banana Split there. Noelle holding off barely with that crab tank, and here comes the Shark Reef to follow up. I mean, what a fantastic... And the game out of nowhere! Banana Split just snatching that game away from the Husky Splatsville Knights.
Oh my goodness. Wow. That is an insane closeout there by Banana Split as they come up big here. And oh my gosh, what? I was not expecting that in the slightest.
I mean, that was a great sustainable push right there on the side of Banana Split because of the Kraken being able to initiate it, then the Shark Reef to continue it, and the Crab Tank, not Shark Reef, excuse me, the Reef Slider, and the Crab Tank to continue it and sustain it. I mean, that was textbook beautiful type, just I'm speaking over myself because I was just so enthusiastic over that push. I mean, wow, just simply incredible.
Absolutely. I just a number of substitutions here actually. Wow. All right, half the lobby just disappeared.
I mean, hey, taking a look at the roster for both Banana Split and the Husky Splatsville Knights, both teams are rocking more than 4 players, with Banana Split having 6 members in their roster. And as let me count that right. It looks like 7 on the side of Husky Splatsville Knights. So both teams have a plethora of various players to work with various types of weapon combinations, play styles, synergy. I mean, that's got to be really valuable in league play, and especially in our collegiate league when you're trying to get together 4 people on your team to play a match each week.
Definitely. So, you know, I always find it fascinating when teams do have this level of depth in their rosters. I think that you know, that really just adds to sort of the chess match that we sort of see here. So a couple of adjustments coming in as we get geared up for our next game, Splat Zones on Mako Mart. This one is going to be a very fast, very aggressive type of game. I think so far this weekend we've seen this result in a knockout probably more than half the time.
Agreed. And that's all because of the lockout situations that teams are able to basically build up. And that's primarily because of great positioning and being able to find those great spots for you to completely zone out your opponent. And it can be really easy to do that in Mako Mart, but to get to that lockout situation, that's what's incredibly difficult.
Certainly. Well, let's go ahead and dive into game number 2 here. The Huskies looking to bounce back. Let's take a look at these comps, Mizuno. What are you seeing?
Iggy Pig on that heavy Splatling is a saucy choice. And then on the side of the Husky Splatsville Knights, it looks like they're bringing out an E-leader. That's an interesting... Oh, excuse me, flip-flop it. The Banana Split is bringing out the E-leader, and then on the side of the Husky Splatsville Knights, they're bringing out a heavy Splatling in combination with the Bamboo.
Oh, and look at this already to start out. It's Banana Split that is able to get the wipeout, and that's going to put him in such a strong position to get things going as the E-leader finds another.
What a fantastic situation that the Banana Split has found themselves in. Not to mention the fact this positioning is so key right now for Banana Split. I mean, this is the lockout situation that you could ask for on the side of Banana Split.
Oh, certainly. And they're just looking for those extra picks now. The Huskies have a tall task ahead of them to try to get back into this game here. They're gonna have to pop out some of their specials early, but that's not gonna affect this zone in the slightest, as they are already running out of time and are possibly gonna get locked out here for good. If this if this machine goes down, I think this is more or less game set on Mako Mart, but they do get a pick on the E-leader. This is their opportunity. They're gonna make a move for the zone. They get the neutral, but can they get the flip? It's gonna be close, as they're gonna be throwing everything that they have at it, plus the kitchen sink, and they switch it over.
And what a miracle play on the side of the Husky Splatsville Knights to recover in such a dangerous situation. Great plays and great patience on the side of the Husky Splatsville Knights. Mizuno, now that the Huskies are back in this, I think this will be a great opportunity for us to take a moment and jump into the comms of the Husky Splatsville Knights to see how they approach this situation.
Wipe on left box.
I'm
left
holding
alley.
zone.
Behind you.
Wipers on our spawn.
Yep. Nice.
Got Wiper. Kraken on left box.
Okay, I'm gonna chase you later. No, I got it.
Left alley.
Tag.
Alley. Left alley.
Wiper right box.
It's just you. Hey. Careful left.
Okay. Viper got me. Viper's.
No, two bottom left. Two bottom left. Backed off.
Viper's moving to right by
Yeah,
Nexus.
Wiper's moving on me.
Leader is right
I
box.
have whale.
Okay,
Return
Zuka.
strike.
Using whale.
I'm using Booyah.
First strike, absolutely.
Got Viper.
Oh! T-Tech, on right.
Got the leader. One
Okay,
one
T-Tech's
took
still on
the
right.
right.
T-Tech's still
T-Tech's
on
still on
right.
right.
Behind you.
Ah,
Kraken.
it's okay. I got two. They're just the two on point.
It certainly seems like the Huskies continue to have their hands full here in this game, as they are just currently just struggling back and forth, trying to, get back control of this zone. I mean, they brought this all the way back. It was 100-4 just a couple minutes ago, and now they're within 12 points. They have a very hefty penalty to work with, though, and time slowly not being on their side as we see Johnny make a big move here.
And the wipeout is just absolutely devastating because they had just gained back their ground that they so desperately needed, and there's that constant fight and back and forth for that zone, and falling 4 down at that moment was just absolutely devastating as we see that penalty timer winding down to 0. And with that being said, that the zone is a neutral, but they're unable to flip it in time.
Oh, very, very close there, as it will be once again Banana Split that survives this game, coming up big late to stop the push of the Huskies, and they're going to come out here with game number 2, taking a very early 2-0 lead in this set.
I mean, that first wipe that Banana Split was able to achieve there, that kind of set the tone and the pace for pretty much the rest of the game, because it was just the Husky Splatsville Knights clawing their way back up and trying to remain alive during that game. And time again, it was just so difficult for them because Banana Split, like I mentioned, they had great positioning for a lockout. They were able to basically maneuver the Husky Splatsville Knights right to where they wanted them and just completely negate them from pushing any forward.
Yeah, certainly. It seemed like that they were actually going to be able to run away with that early on. It almost seemed like a miracle that the Huskies managed to get in there in the first place and completely flip that game on its head. So an excellent job there. For both of those teams to make that as competitive as it was. Banana Split definitely seemed strong. Seemed to be the stronger team throughout most of that game. And I think it certainly paid dividends there right at the end, as, they were able to lock out pretty much, as we saw like Abby all the way up on their plats shooting into their bats. Like they were ready to go, watching them drop in from spawn.
Right, exactly. And that's just great. That's what's great about positioning and being able to put yourself in those situations where you can completely shut down any opportunities for your opponent to move back in and to gain more paint on the ground. Now, this next upcoming game is going to be incredibly interesting. TC Eeltail Alley. We were on comms just a couple of days, DRF, and this is another map mode where the tower is just slippery as butter. This can be a complete tidal wave, depending on which team is able to get that going.
Yeah, this is certainly going to be one that the Huskies are going to need to be careful with. A lot of momentum is behind the esports at UCSD's Banana Split. They've just been so good at riding waves of momentum, and this is probably the biggest momentum-based map mode in this game. So the Huskies are going to need to come up with a couple of really big stops early and just not even give Banana Split a chance to get that early push going.
Right, exactly. Taking a look at these comps, I was just about to say, the Kraken that Johnny is bringing out on the side of Banana Split is going to be huge on tower control. We've seen multiple times that the Kraken has been incredibly useful in pushing the tower forward and maintaining control of it in crucial moments.
Yes, certainly. As they are as we already see Banana Split already pushing up. Abby gonna get a nice double. I believe that's a triple there for Abby. So very quickly, it's Banana Split once again in the driver's seat, able to clear that first checkpoint with very little problem there, as they are now already just camping these ledges, waiting for the Huskies to drop down, and hopefully this, for them, they're going to hope that this is a very clean and easy second checkpoint, as they're going to have to hop off the tower momentarily to wait out a couple of specials. But that is going to be the second checkpoint falling in their favor. Ollie going to come up with a huge pick there, trying to find another one, but the Kraken's going to hop onto this tower, and this is going to possibly be a free third checkpoint as well.
That's why I was pointing out Johnny earlier at the first minute of the match, because that Kraken was able to fully secure the tower and get through part of that final checkpoint. And getting down to 25 is a great start for the first minute and a half or so of this match. And look, as you can see right now, this tower is still held in possession by Banana Split. They're still exerting a lot of pressure as they're able to get a 2-down situation, and they're free to continue pushing this tower.
They are. I mean, look at Wicket here, already just trying to reach out to that Hydra. I mean, you could just see the confidence that Banana Split is having if you have your Carbon Roller trying to pick a rage fight with that with that Hydra, and now gonna find Ollie as well with the bamboo. This will be the third checkpoint falling for Banana Split, and they are on their way to a third victory, unless the Huskies can come up with a clutch stop, but it's not gonna be enough. Banana Split knocks out once again.
I mean, wow. Just the amount of pressure that they're able to consistently exert and take advantage of any one down or 2-down situation is just, it's just wonderful. I mean, they're playing like beyond a Div 1 team right now. Banana Split, they have been on it.
I mean, hey, that's why coming into this season, they were the number 2 overall seed in this league. They're showing it right now as they are making quick work of the Huskies so far. But if you have Ollie on your team, it's never over.
Agreed. I mean, there's still time to adjust. I would always say that even with, we talk about how this past map was, you know, it could go either way, with whoever's able to get that first push and get that going is able to secure it. But with this next map mode combo, I actually feel that Husky Splatsville Knights have a solid chance here as we head into Rainmaker Mincemeat Metalworks. And oh man, this is a saucy map mode combo because of the checkpoints here. And I think this is a great opportunity for the Husky Splatsville Knights to take this set into their hands.
Yeah, I mean, they really don't have much other choice, huh? It's either now or never. So, but I do agree with that sentiment of, you know, this, if there is a map mode combo that's going to play to their favor, I think this will be it. I think that, you know, game 1 was probably where they needed to really set that tone, because those other two, I just don't know if the Huskies quite have the pace to basically lead Banana Split. In game 2 and game 3, it just didn't play to their favor. And game 4 now, I think that's going to have a slight shift towards them, but they've already like 3 games slip. And Banana Split, again, I feel like it's just one of these momentum-based teams that once they're hot, they are on fire.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it's like having that tailwind just breezing you forward and pushing you forward. I have to agree with you, because it seems with each and every sequential match, they are just further demonstrating their dominance and their display of just great understanding of this game and teamwork, coordination, special synergy, and positioning. I mean, all the key things that makes a good competitive team, they're really putting that on display right now as a Div 1 team and as one of the top picks in the CCA league to win Division 1.
Yeah, and it's still impressive. I mean, the whole story behind Banana Split is just a little bit absurd how they got here in the first place. And they just really showed up out of nowhere. They're taking names and kicking some butt so far. And they're going to look to close out this set here against the Huskies. I mean, neither of these teams, though, are completely, you know, unbreakable. Both these teams did win their sets 4-1 last week. So some of those other teams in Division 1 Group B able to take some games off here. The Huskies definitely can do the same.
Agreed. Now, taking a look at some of the adjustments made here. On the side of the Husky Splatsville Knights, we are still seeing Ollie running that bamboo as per usual, but paired up with a Hydra, the Ig Pig is running. That is a really interesting dynamic duo that they're going to have to face off against Banana Splits' E leader here, and Johnny still rocking that 96 gal.
Oh man, yeah. This is one of those situations where you kind of look at Ollie's bamboo and you're like, that's gonna be a little bit rough because this map is so heavily favoring the E leader. But we do see Banana Split is the one that gets the late wipe here, as this could be an opportunity now for the Huskies to start making a move. They do have that E leader down, and this could be an opportunity to grab that Rainmaker and swing it right while you can, but they're going to be a little bit hesitant here as they have to face up against the other 3 members still. So everyone kind of recouping some numbers, but so far in this game, the Huskies looking a lot better to start.
Agreed. I actually kind of agree with that call because of those staggered spawns. Might as well wait for the specials and ensure a solid push rather than try to force it and turn the tides of the set. Oh, but this is not a good situation though. That decision isn't paying off as well because they're in a 2 down, 3 down scenario as Banana Split Johnny here on that Kraken, just completely terrorizing them, and now they're able to clear a huge pathway for the Rainmaker here.
Oh, but it's Ollie that actually shuts down that Rainmaker before it could get moving. So that's a huge stop for the Huskies, as this is going to slow down Banana Split a little bit, but they do lose 3 once again. So now this should be the first checkpoint falling in favor of Banana Split.
And this is a great position and situation for Banana Split right now. There's that killer whale coming off, but it's not going to be doing much favor because no one else is there to follow up with, and now it's just only the Hydra. Here comes Johnny on the Kraken. Kraken doesn't matter because that was a wipeout, and in astounding fashion, Banana Split is taking the set as quickly as it came. I mean, my God, I mean, only 25 minutes, 30 minutes has passed, and they've taken the set.
Oh man, yeah, wow, that is a statement right there by Banana Split to show just how dominant of a force they are going to be this season if they just swept the number 2 seed in their group, the Husky Splatsville Knights.
Absolutely incredible. I mean, I just wish that the Husky Splatsville Knights there, I thought that they were able to play a really good game there because they had some great decision making. Like, I can understand the rationale on why they decided to, just hold off from making that Rainmaker push rather than continuing. But that being said, there's still plenty of room to go. This is only week 2, and these are the top dogs in Div 2 right now, hashing it out, and we're not even halfway in the season yet. So there's potential here for the Husky Splatsville Knights heading into the next week to kind of learn from this experience and take some lessons and apply it into the next week going ahead.
Oh, certainly. It's definitely going to be, pretty interesting to continue to follow both of these teams. I mean, Banana Split, this is, I think, some of the best that we've seen them play in the short time we've gotten to know each other. The Huskies, they're a strong team. I think that they can be a little bit streaky at times, but when they are, pushing together and playing as a unified force, they're a really, really scary team to go up against. But it just didn't seem like today was their day. But they're going to also try to finish this one strong by playing out the rest of these 7 games in true CCA fashion. So we're going to see a nice, friendly play all 7 from here.
I love seeing all these play all 7s. It's so much fun because it's just a great opportunity for both of these teams to play more Splatoon, right? These are the best teams in the league right now, and being able to take some of that extra time that they've already set aside out of their crazy busy days to play some more Splatoon together, I think that's all that matters heading into these next few games here. And I mean, I have to say, I love Clan Blitz Ink Blot. I think it's a great map.
I enjoy it too. I think that it really does require some great team coordination. I mean, that's Clan Blitz in general, but Inkblot Art Academy, I think, really tests that, as the baskets they're so close to mid, but yet they seem so far away.
Yeah, that's totally true. It feels like you have to take a journey and a half to get there, but you can see it in your sight lines from even your own plat. It's a really interesting map and how cramped and yet how distant this map can be sometimes.
Well, let's take a look at these compositions here. As we are seeing on the side of the Huskies, not too much is changing, but they are running that double T-Tech combination now, which is pretty interesting. And meanwhile, on the side of Banana Split, kind of just sticking with what's been working for them.
I do have to point out the vanilla splat roller, though. That's a new bring that the Banana Split team is rocking here tonight. I really like that pick. That sounds like a good time, and I hope it pays off.
Yeah, certainly. You don't see the vanilla coming out a whole lot, as Ollie's gonna get a nice pick there on Noel, who is just trying to jump out of the way. And Ollie gonna have to back up here now as well. It seems like that the Huskies once again do pretty well once they get a little bit of early control, but it's just Banana Split's been clutch all set long, as some great teamwork there to shut down those Tetras that were just trying to roll into base.
Right, great play from Ollie and Juani from staying calm and plat and realizing that the Tetras were sitting right there lurking and waiting for that moment to strike, and they were able to take down those Tetras without resulting in any other losses. So that was a great display of teamwork and just general awareness here. And here comes that Tetras again, and this time in a 1v1 situation, they're going to be able to win those types of fights.
Yeah, and it looks like Banana Split is getting geared up for a push here, so this could be a good time for us to jump into their comms and take a look at how this push is going.
They're pushing on left.
Two right side, two left. They were so weak.
No, behind where the stack is.
Goodbye.
I bubble now. Oh,
dead.
Oh!
watch out for bamboo on left.
Watch for try strike.
That's
I got one.
Bamboo, got bamboo.
Abby, you're so cool.
Thank you.
Of course.
I'm pushing on the plaid.
I'm farming. I'm getting clams.
Abby's dead.
Oh, I'm running.
No, RB. Banana RB.
Bamboo is behind the pillar in mid.
Dude, this comp is so.
Oh,
who
They're on left side.
made this comp?
Oh. Okay, Abe, there's like a bunch of bombs.
Yeah.
The curling bombs
They're
so
gonna.
bad.
I'm just gonna spam burst.
I'm gonna spam my curling bombs.
Okay. I'm gonna like.
Crowding top right.
Okay, I'm gonna push in when you.
Well, Banana Split still trying to get that push going here, as they slowly just continue to they get a couple of picks and then they end up having to reel back as they lose one or two of their own. Neither team scoring so far, as we are 3 minutes in, Mizuno.
Right, these two teams are basically playing cat and mouse with each other, as we kind of were able to glean from that VC from Banana Split. They're kind of waiting for that right moment to strike, but something just doesn't go their way each time that they try to make something happen. And it's just a cat and mouse tug of war type of match that we have going on, and I am here for it.
Certainly. I mean, it does make the game exciting, as we now do see Noel, who's going to pop this crab tank on top of right stack, trying to lead things in. Wicket going to get shut down, though, as they're trying to make a move towards the basket. Going to have to back up a little bit for now, but the clam economy does continue to remain in favor of UC Davis here. They're going to just continue to hold their position, though, and at this rate, this might end up being a first team to score wins.
Exactly. With only a minute left, neither team seems to want to budge and not risk and being too frisky and pushing when it's unnecessary. However, this is a great opportunity for Banana Split as they get a toe-down situation and living with the bubbler crab tank combo and the reef slider. It's a whole giant cauldron of specials coming in, and they're finally able to pop that basket and drop 47 clams into it with 53 points remaining.
They were so lucky that the crab tank lived through that. I think that was literally a matter of like millimeters, whether that crab tank lives or dies, and so does the push with it. So now they, by the skin of their teeth, just get through 47 points remaining, a big push, especially this late into the game being the first push. And now it's going to be up to the Huskies to try to get something done. They're going to go ahead and pop some of their specials, and they do find their way into the base, able to get 2 down. I think there might be someone playing from behind, though, that they're gonna have to be careful of, and it's gonna be the Tetras rolling in, trying to get a stop here. It's gonna be one member going down. That's gonna be a wipeout, actually. A huge stop by Banana Split.
I was gonna say Nexus was on it. They were hyper aware that the Tetras were there, and they were just trying to anticipate when they would come up. And just with the timing, with the Tetras teammates coming back from spawn, it just created this really awkward pincer. And while Noel was there ready to respond, they were unable to execute, and then you have it. There was the wipe.
Very, very well done there. It seemed like the Huskies were going to be able to get a nice extended push going, but it just, kind of fell apart once again. Banana Split, I think they just come up clutch is really the difference here. They do such a great job of just maintaining their composure even when they're up against the wall there, and play patiently to get all those crucial picks.
Right, exactly. But that's not to say the Husky Splatsville Knights, their defensive front was a lot better in that match, and that patience really played off. Again, I pointed out in the beginning of the match, you saw some very key moments where they were able to work off of each other. They were able to stop the Tetras from ruining any potential plans at a few points, and they were able to tag team together, taking over stacks, and they had so many good opportunities. But again, it was just that one moment where they were in that awkward situation where it was the absolute last resort to make that push happen, and those situations are always just so sticky.
Yeah, man. Like you're at this point, you're kind of just rooting a little bit for the Huskies because they've been close multiple times, and it's like they just need to get over the hump, and they'll be able to take a game off of Banana Split here. Of course, that will not go down in the record books as Banana Split has claimed the 4-0 victory already. But you definitely, I'm at least rooting for the Huskies just a tad, just to see them, get that win that they've been looking for, boost that confidence a little bit as they head into the back half of their schedule.
Right, exactly. And they're going to be able to learn a lot from these few games, these extra games that they're playing out here. And getting that win, even if it doesn't count, will still be huge because it's going to pay off at the end of the day. Their plans, their strategies, adjustments, they would have worked. And that's something that they would be able to take and apply into their next upcoming matches where the opponents are still going to be incredibly tough because Div 1, you're hanging out with the big dogs, and these teams are ready to fight in this division.
Certainly. Man, yeah, I'm honestly just so excited though for, both these teams, especially Banana Split. Because I know next week for them is a big matchup as it will be a battle of undefeateds. It's going to be UC Davis Banana Split taking on UCSD Esports Gold, a battle of California universities. So both of those teams, I know for a fact, have that matchup circled on their calendars. They are looking forward to it, but we still have a couple more friendly games to get to here before they can start looking forward to that. So let's take a look at these comps, Mizuno. Any sort of key adjustments here?
I see that the Husky Splatsville Knights reverted back to that Bamboo Hydra combo that they brought back from Rainmaker Mincemeat. Meanwhile, on the side of Banana Split, rocking the Nautilus Gal combo with a Dynamo. So a lot of paint pressure that they're going to be able to bring in here, but unfortunately for the side of the Husky Splatsville Knights, they're the ones to go 3 down in this situation to start off this zones match.
Yeah, and this is another one of those where you can really easily get locked out. But we saw them break through in Mako Mode, another lockout-heavy map. So they're going to look to do the same here. I do think this one's maybe a little bit easier. I think that being able to break out of lockouts will play to the Huskies' favor here, as we do see them successfully do that and get the 2 down. However, there's still 2 more specials online for Banana Split.
Right, this is a great spot for the Husky Splatsville Knights to be in as this Kraken comes out. Oh, it gets a huge pick on Guani there. Johnny continuously putting on so much pressure with that Kraken and their 96 Gal, pick after pick, time and time again.
Yeah, they're still holding on to the zone, though. It's finally going to be switching over. Banana Split took a little bit of time there to get that one figured out. And still, it's going to be some back and forth here as we see 2 down for 2 down on either side. So once again, it's going to be the Huskies back in control, just trying to play this very carefully, you know, not overextend themselves too much, as we do see Nexus now trying to retreat for their life here. Able to finally back all the way up, but Abby gonna follow up there, and this will once again be Banana Split taking control of this game, quickly working away that penalty, and they should be able to get more points on the board here.
Good plays here on the side of Banana Split. Now the Husky Splatsville Knights, they're going to set off these trip strike here, looking to gain some ground on the zone and hopefully stall it out. But with only one trip strike after another, it's not going to do a lot of work because of that Dynamo and that T-Tech working together to have the zone continuously painted. Finally, the zone is able to flip, but not without a crap ton of points that Banana Split was able to blaze through just there. Tacking on that penalty is going to be huge.
Absolutely. As we do see the Huskies get control once again, it's mainly going to be to force some penalty here, as they aren't in a very strong position. They're going to once again lose 3. This will probably be a wipeout, actually. Yes, it is. So Banana Split continues to dominate this game, as we do see the Nautilus that's all the way up on their plat now. They're really just trying to take the fight to them. Somehow living through that chicken bomb. What?
I was gonna say, they were a goner for sure, playing some really frisky moves right there, but alas, here comes the Husky Splatsville Knights, Ollie popping that killer whale in tandem to the trip strikes, and finally able to take down that Dynamo. Those are the types of plays I want to see from the Husky Splatsville Knights, because now they have control of the zone, putting on some pressure here, able to at least neutralize it for the time being and give them more time for their teammates to come back into this match.
Oh, Ollie tried to pull a little bit of a tricky move there, but Abby was able to at least force the trade, because that was their best case scenario. So now, though, it is the Huskies that maintain a little bit of control, but they're struggling to keep their numbers up. If they could just, you know, work on preserving life just a little bit, I think they should be able to get a strong hold here, but they're constantly being pushed into this back corner, as this Booyah Bomb is going to get shut down by the triple ink strike from Abby.
Great plays from Abby. They're recognizing that the Booyah is coming out, and they can utilize their trip strikes to prevent that Hydra from following up from that Booyah. However, the zone is still remaining at neutral thanks to the paint pressure that the Husky Splatsville Knights were able to exert just there. So the Hydra is back into play already, and this is a 2-down situation for Banana Split.
Yeah, it is, and there is those auto bombs once again finding a couple nice picks. If they can get Wicket down here, that's going to be a trade that works entirely in the Huskies' favor now. So now they just need to very carefully start to move up, because Banana Split's so aggressive that I think you don't want to necessarily fully commit yourself to their plat, as they have done here. They're going to go ahead and play it smart, play around the zone, not necessarily in the zone, but very carefully just trying to hold on to the wings, as they will get all the way down to 20 remaining, but the zone will flip back in Banana Split's favor with just 10 seconds to play.
You see the Husky Splatsville Knights trying to carefully balance staying alive but keeping the zone painted. But however, Banana Split forcing that aggression onto them, and then in tandem with the crack in play by Johnny from Banana Split, they just got pincered and trapped, and they just could not move. They did not have the specials to keep Banana Split further back than they already were.
Wow. Oh, man. That is just so unfortunate. Like, I don't know, like my heart breaks every single time for the Huskies, as they get so close every single game and just fall a little bit short. I mean, that's all really to Banana Split's credit here, as once again, clutch once more.
Exactly. I mean, great displays from Banana Split there. But of course, credit where credit's due to the Husky Splatsville Knights. That game was fantastic from them. Again, I love the plays and decision making that they were able to make there to ensure that they're able to recapture the zone and take back objective from Banana Split. just great plays overall from Juani and from Igpig as well, and from Nexus on that T-Tech. I mean, these are still some great plays that they are able to bring in, and it's just a matter of putting the pieces together and fighting back against a really aggressive Banana Split team.
Oh, certainly. Well, one more chance now for the Huskies to, take one here. This is a friendly play all 7, so these games do not count for the official scoreboard. It's just that the set was decided 4-0, and these teams decided, hey, let's go ahead and finish out the set. Good opportunity to scrim, try out some comps against each other. We set aside an hour. We might as well just play the hour. So definitely the Huskies would love to end on a win here. If they can get one, it'd be nice if it was the last one, so they can finish off strong and give them a little bit of that boost heading into week 3.
Right, exactly. Having that slight tailwind, although small, it just matters so much at the end of the day. And having that confidence boost going into that next match, having to overcome a Game 7 and being able to finally take a win from Banana Split, that will be a huge confidence and esteem boost to the Husky Splatsville Knights here. And I'm really rooting for them on this one, because this is going to be a fun one. TC Manta Maria. I think that their comp that they've been running with the Hydra Bamboo could work in this map mode combo here.
Yeah, I agree. But at the same time, the Banana Split definitely running with a slightly more traditional comp as... Yep, all right, things got a little bit spicy over at the Husky Splatsville Knights as we see Ollie take a picture, folks, and this is a rare moment right here. Ollie not on the bamboo.
Bringing out the Tri-Stringer. I mean, I understand. Great weapon pick with the Disruptor and the Killer Whale, so very familiar for Ollie. Meanwhile, on the side of Banana Split, rocking the E-Leader and the Dynamo with the Wiper and the Tetras. This is a little bit more unconventional from what you would typically see in the competitive side of things, but I am loving the unconventional picks regardless. And I mean, look at how they're moving in as a unit. The Wiper making some fantastic plays there, getting a great Stamper kill. Does Stamper stuck? I don't think so. Not with this player.
Oh man, Banana Split already moving along here, but the Splatling coming out, trying to disrupt this tower's movement, able to force those players off the tower for now, buying their team some time to stop this the second checkpoint from falling, but it's not going to be enough, as they will keep progressing all the way into Street now, and it's the last member, the Tetras, is going to be able to ride it all the way to 32, but this is where the push will end for now.
I mean, this is a great position here, though, for Banana Split. Getting through the 2 checkpoints, that is always a huge advantage for any team, because that's going to make your second attempt, or any other attempt thereafter, all the easier and all the more seamless. Now, this is time for the Husky Splatsville Knights here. They got some good positions going on onto Bunker in this top right side here, with Ollie on the Stringer getting a really nice pick on the Tetras there. Great chip damage. Ow, but we see the Stamper on the side of Banana Split. Noelle on that Wiper, causing a little bit of trouble for the Husky Splatsville Knights.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, they do have a slight numbers advantage to work with now, so it'll be interesting to see if they can make something of this, able to get another nice pick. So let's take a moment one more time, dive into the comms of the Husky Splatsville Knights and see what they have cooking.
Left flank. I'm wailing them.
Okay, they're in our
They're
spawn.
done too.
Got him.
I got Wave Breaker kill.
Nice.
Okay, I'm gonna booyah bomb their flat. Dad,
I'm gonna wail.
I'm gonna push up.
behind you, Honey.
Up 2.
Thanks.
I'm gonna get on tower.
It was weak.
Nice. Just E-Leader on top left, I think. I don't know where he
Yeah, I saw them somewhere over there. Oh no, leader's in their spawn.
E-leader dead. Dead.
Nice, nice.
Viper's
oh,
on their plat. Oh, he fell off.
Okay.
Oh,
got
that's
the
right,
stairs.
too.
Left on Dynamo, back right. Back left now. Gotta get on tower. I'm willing.
Did you stay on tower?
I traded dynamo.
Okay, yeah.
Up the tower.
And this push continues to move along as the Huskies slowly chip away at this lead. They're gonna be real close to taking control here, but Noel coming in from behind, and that's gonna be a huge shutdown, a wipeout with a 3-point lead being held by Banana Split.
Noel being the constant playmaker in this match, and playmaker more like spoiler maker. Time and time again, Noel on that wiper has been disrupting the Husky Splatsville Knights from being able to do what they want to do, because they would come in from behind, they would sneak in through cut, they will sneak in through bunker from pretty much anywhere and just disrupt the Husky Splatsville Knights. I mean, great, incredible plays from Noel.
If this is how this game ends, it will be one more heartbreaker for the Huskies as they continue to come within inches of leads in many of these games, but they will have 30 seconds to try to make something happen. They do find a wipeout now, and this could be a huge moment for them to start moving up.
This is their moment now, DRF. You are absolutely right. Here we have Ollie desperately searching for paint and utilizing this tri-stringer here on Bunk to basically hold back and stiff arm any player from Banana Split, and moving into that Bunk, just narrowly missing. I think a player just dived down onto, oh my god, that's the Dynamo. They're down now with their back on the tower, but it's a wipeout. And just like that, Banana Split continued to play spoiler maker there and prevented the Husky Splatsville Knights another opportunity to take that tower back on over to their side.
Oh man, just heartbreaker after heartbreaker. I mean, Banana Split just continues to get it done here. It's quite impressive that they're able to come up big in, you know, those scary moments. I mean, it's hard sometimes when, you know, you see the team really starting to approach that lead to maintain your composure, and they did that. They remained cool, calm, and collected and did exactly what needed to be done here. Closed this one out once again, you know, just maintaining a very, very small lead, but it was just enough to get another win.
I mean, exactly that. What a great display from both of these teams here. Banana Split, man, though, they have proven themselves with each and every game that they are the ones. They are like the dark horse here, ready to completely take over Div 1 out of absolutely nowhere.
Wow. Oh man, that's what a set between these two though. I'm so excited to see where they both continue to go. The Huskies definitely have a little bit of work cut out for them ahead, you know, just to try to make up some points, a couple of key matchups as well, because you definitely want to try to, you know, probably end up in that 4-1 line to be able to make playoffs. 3-2 can also make it, but that's really starting to get into dangerous territory, and you need to rely on tiebreakers at that stage.
Right, exactly. And that's just too risky. That is something that you do not want to be dealing with in league play.
Absolutely. So, you know, especially for Banana Split and UC San Diego, next week, that's going to be really big for both of them, both 2-0. If you secure that win there, you give yourself probably a 60-70% chance of making the playoffs now.
Exactly. Well, with that being said, DRF, that is our stream done for the night on our end of the things, but the action is not over because we have our good friend Falco Flyer over at Splatoon Tourney running one final set for us on his side of the competitive community. So I think DRF, we got to send everyone on over there.
Yeah, absolutely. So thank you all for joining us on the CCA channel today. We hope that you enjoyed our latest stream innovations here that we're going to continue to work and refine. So to hopefully to continue to bring more engaging content, such as getting to know the teams through their communications, extra point of views, etc., etc. But Yeah, Mizuno, let's go ahead and close this one out. Where can the people of our chat find you?
Folks, you can find me both on Twitter and Twitch at MIZU_N0. How about yourself, DRF?
You can go ahead and find me on Twitter at DRF_Splatoon and on Twitch at TritonDRF, but as usual, you'll probably find me you'll more likely find me here on the CCA channel.
Perfect. Well, that being said, folks, thank you all for tuning in. We're going to send a raid on over to Splatoon Tourney, so please hang tight. Don't go anywhere and enjoy the rest of the match hosted by our good friend Falco Flyer over at Splatoon Tourney. Take care, everyone.